the bees are kind of coming and going like this. And if they see somebody standing right in front of the hive, then it's like, oh, protect the hive, kill the human. All right, so this is a bee hut. And this might be one of the coolest early things that we got done here. And so Tony and Emily were living here, and they asked one day if we could teach them how to build skiddable structures, because that's something I'd done a lot of. So I worked with them to build that woodshed over there. That was a design that I made 10 years ago, and they finally built it. And gave them guidance on how to build that kind of thing. And then after that, this just mysteriously appeared. So Tony and Emily built this all on their own, and just for fun. Which I kind of think is like, that's the big part of a lot of this. I like to think, you know. But anyway, it's a skiddable bee hut, and it is pointed to the southeast. So south is roughly that way. And so all year long it will capture the morning sun. And in the winter time, when the sun is low in the sky, then it will get all day sun. And in the summertime, when it's too hot, then the sun will pass this way and it'll get shade for most of the day. So, but it'll still get morning sun, because usually at night it starts to get kind of cold. And so it'll warm it up quickly in the morning. There you go. This is our second hive here. We had one before, and it didn't do well. We came by this last spring, and there was nobody home. And it's like, it's kind of part of how we want to do this. We don't want to medicate. So then the bees that are being raised now are heavily medicated, and so we want to find hives, or we want to find colonies that are going to be more resilient to Montana winter, and they don't need a bunch of chemical treatments to get by. And so there might be a lot of die-off before we get there. So what I'd prefer to do is to have maybe 10 hives in 10 different places, and it would be really great is if all 10 of them came from captured swarms, but we haven't gotten that far along yet.
And bear-proof electrical wire?
So we've got a Posnag electric fence going here. So you can kind of see every other wire is ground and every other wire is hot. So the bears would have to come up and touch 2 wires to get zapped. But it's a very, very powerful zap. And so we have black bears around here. And basically black bears they like the larva covered in honey. That's a delicious delicacy. So this has got like bear candy in it. And a lot of people think they just want the honey, but really they want the larva is what they want.
What is larva?
Well, when bees lay eggs, then the egg will grow into a larva. Looks kind of like a maggot. It's all tiny and squirmy. And then eventually it'll go through a few other little stages, and then it'll pop out of the cell as a bee, a not quite fully developed bee. And in a few days it's ready to go as a bee. So it's like a bee that hasn't come out yet. Would be a larva in this case.
So they want to eat the babies?
Oh yeah. Delicious.
Eating the children.
All right. And now, did you guys see what's over there?
Yeah, the teepee.
Not been there yet.